Hello, Void Dweller G-chan. OA and Mystery Theater. Welcome back to 428 Shibuya Scramble. Last time. My god, seriously, our virologist friend is just in... His story is so fucking creepy. Like, what the hell is that policeman doing to him? My god! And the way the camera... Hello, Zarmegas. And the way the camera is framed in those shots, they're like making it like a horror movie for him. Like, my god. I feel so sorry for him. Like, I wonder how he got married to that woman anyway, who clearly doesn't give a damn about him. I wouldn't be surprised if she turns out to be like some kind of supervillain or something. Like, how on earth, like, did they end up getting married? Seriously. And old Thomas' adventure on the other end of the spectrum is just lighthearted, goofy fun. But right now, since we haven't in quite a while... Yeah, that's right. Fucking every time I forget, because it's the most ridiculous thing, that you can't use the fucking mouse. Alright. It's time to go back to
Kano.
Right. That's probably it, Jay-chan. Yeah. She probably married him for the company and for money, I bet. Although that's kind of silly, because scientists do not make that much money. Unless you're at the head of the fucking organization. You don't, really. Like... like, scientists are not rich. Like, seriously. In general. And especially, like the guys that are super, like, the heads of labs and stuff that are really super dedicated to their work. They work crazy hours. Like, I remember my bosses just worked. I think the music is a bit loud. Is it? I think it's a tiny bit loud. Okay, tiny bit lower. Okay. And, hello, T. Welcome to the stream. And, yeah, so clearly she's there for a reason. Not that she cares for him in any capacity. So, she might even be connected to the villains, also. Alright, in the meantime, let's get back to Kano. See what he's doing. Kano, he's been following oh my god. It sounds like they're leading in on a wild goose chase. Kano had been watching syndicate members hand off the attaché case for an hour and a half. He still had no idea where this relay might be headed. The man he was tailing now was about 10 meters away. Close enough that Kano could close a different distance and apprehend him at a moment's notice. Well, it's not something you get into for the money, Void Dweller. It's something you get into for the love of what you're doing and what you want to do. But his orders remain the same. Follow and observe. That insignia looks like some... They always have some secret insignia. He watched as the case was handed off once more. By now, the shock of seeing it passed yet another accomplice that had worn off. I bet we're going to see one of those rings on, like a character that we would never expect to. It's like... And then like, oh my god, it's about the villain. They're actually a bad guy or something.
It's already been 90 minutes. Huh.
Oh, that's Wasasiyama. God damn it!
It's already been 90 minutes. Huh.
It was Sasayama. At some point, he crept up on Kano from behind. He's still in that otaku disguise.
They don't seem like they're trying to get away at all.
Kano said.
They're just walking menacingly.
Exactly, Jichan. Exactly. Just like Yakuza Zero and the tattoo.
What could they be up to?
Sasayama shrugged. I think they're leading you on a wild goose chase.
Yeah, it's weird.
Connor recalled dictum number 89.
Get dicked.
I bet number 69 is going to be like the ultimate dictum. It's like literally the Ouroboros of dictums.
The more irrelevant something seems, the more relevant it's bound to be.
If Toteno's wisdom held true, the Syndicate must have some reason for what it was doing. Were they just trying to throw the investigators off their scent? No, that couldn't be it. They were wandering in circles, staying right in the same area. They were just running up the clock. Huh. What if that's exactly what they were after? Buying time. Kana felt a sudden conviction that he was on the right track. If they needed more time to make sure they got their hands on the ransom payment.
Wait. Hold on.
Hello, Rami Remy. I haven't seen you here before. Welcome to the stream. With the Rika PFP. That's very appropriate for this channel. Could it be that? I wasn't even going to... Damn. I wasn't even going to say that. I thought they were just trying to run out the clock. Like, just distract them. Like, they probably don't give a shit about the money. The real case had already been switched out. The ransom money, I don't think it's about the money at all. Damn. These choices are throwing me for a loop. I didn't think of either of these was a possibility. Like, don't they have a GPS in the case? Exactly, G-Chud. Damn. Fuck berries. Wow. I am getting stumped. Like, don't they? Okay, they probably have some kind of tracker in the case, so I'm gonna say B. Let's see. Could it be that the ransom money wasn't even in the case anymore?
I've got it! Eureka!
Sasayama perked up.
You got what? Each time these crooks hand off the case, they sneak out a bundle of 1,000,000 yen. They keep doing that and eventually the case itself is empty. Of course! That's how they've been playing us.
Kano and Sasayama exchanged a look.
How many people would need to make the switch for them to get all the money?
Sasayama asked.
50 million yen divided by 1 million. That makes 5 people.
Wait. They take out a bundle of 1,000,000 yen, but it says 50 million yen. Huh? Am I missing something here? Shouldn't that make... If it's divided by 1 million, shouldn't that make 50 people? Unless they mean to take 10 million yen per, then it means 5 people. Because if they're taking... God damn. What? I am being a fucking idiot here. It says they sneak out a bundle of 1,000,000 yen, right? Exactly. Yeah, this is more complicated than what I thought was happening as well. God damn it. Kano, you look like you're super smart, but I don't think you're actually that. Like, that seems wrong to me, but what am I missing, though? No, but that really looks wrong. Oh, God, I wish I wasn't this stupid. Seriously. Wait, what? I'll just keep reading. Okay. Oh, that's okay, Chi-chan. Oh my God, okay. Oh my God. Ah, jeez.
No, wait. 50 people.
My God, Kano, you look and act like you're really smart, but I'm beginning to think you're not all that bright.
That many? That can't be the deal then.
Sasayama said.
Guess not.
They both sighed in unison. The man with the attaché case made his way back to Shibuya Station.
The heck?
Sasayama grumbled.
He's right back where we started.
Kano felt his frustration growing. It honestly looked like the syndicate was just randomly lugging the case around town. Near Shibuya Station, a girl approached the suspect. She was Japanese, and entirely unlike any of the other criminal accomplices. Is she gonna be another main character or something? That would be cool. She spoke to the man while showing him something on a notepad. He glanced at the pad but did not slow down. Within moments, he had left her behind. She looks cool. It looked like she just passed him a message.
Well, that's sure fishy.
Sasayama said.
What? The girl?
Asked Kano.
Yeah. Wanna go hit her up?
Sasayama could only mean one thing, questioning her. Yeah, that's an odd choice of words. I mean, I don't think she's involved with the case, but I do want to talk to her. And what the hell? Getting bad ends is part of this whole game. It's not like in other things where it really means you failed, but in this game, like, a bad end is around every corner. So, why not? I feel like I can be a bit more loose with choices.
Yes. Let's go see what she knows.
Sasayama and Kano hurried up over to the girl.
Excuse me, miss. We'd like to ask you a few...
Are you happy with your life? The young woman shouted. She thrust her notepad in Kano's face. Tell me this. Are you happy with your life right now?
Huh?
Looking at the notepad, Kano saw the same question written there in big bold letters. The girl's eyes widened in surprise. Look at that big old ring pop there. As if she hadn't expected the two men to actually stop and listen. Right now, sir, she continued more quietly. Are you happy? Are you happy? If so, could you please take this survey about, about your life? Are you happy with it? Is that Chiaki? Sasayama's friend? The more she spoke, the more flustered she became. Sasayama stepped in.
Hey, I need to know. Did you speak with that Western fellow just now?
No, that's not, that isn't what I'm asking. Sir, are you happy with your life right now? Are you happy with your life right now? Kano got a sinking feeling in his stomach. The kid was looking for religious converts or something. No, she's probably a very clumsy reporter. Oh my god, that would be amazing if she became a main character.
You did speak with him, didn't you?
Sasayama snapped. Oh snap.
What did you tell him?
The girl's rambling abruptly ceased. Her already ruddy face went even redder, and tears welled up in her eyes. Aww.
Poor kid.
Kano thought.
She's just out here trying to get people to listen to her survey questions.
I think that ring is a bit too goofy to be an actual ring. It like lit up like a plastic part around it. That's why I said it was a ring pop.
There's no way she's part of this kidnapping plot.
I didn't think so either. I just wanted to talk to her because she looked cool.
Look, miss.
Okay, I think this is Kano,
Look, miss.
he said.
For the time being, I think it would be a good idea for you to leave this area. Afraid I'm not at liberty to explain.
The girl's only response was to start sobbing outright. Oh, God. I can't do this anymore. I want to go home. Kano and Sasayama exchanged awkward glances. I want to go home. I want to go home. Passers-by began shooting curious looks at the trio.
Kano, you get back to work.
Sasayama said.
I'll escort this guy to the train station.
Wait. Oh, wait. Oh, God. Is the microphone not working? I'm getting it looks like it's working for me. Huh? Wait. I don't understand. Wait. Is it not working? Goddamn, the delay between my time and the chat time is so fucking big. Jeez. Oh, you never noticed it, Void Dweller? Okay, so it might be something on your end, OA, then. Okay. He didn't quite manage to stifle the embarrassment in his voice.
Right.
Kano said. He hurried away, his eyes already searching for the suspect they'd been tailing. Yeah, I think it's on your end, OA, because everyone else, it seems to be fine for everyone else. It didn't take long to find him. The man's black garb made him stand out in the crowd at the intersection. It occurred to Kano that all the criminals whose handed the attaché case had been wearing the same black clothing. The fact made the whole situation even weirder. Could they really be ignorant that they were being followed while they were all wearing the same eye-catching outfit? You're probably drawing attention away from something. Yeah. It was more like they were going out of their way to make sure the investigators spotted them. That still didn't provide any clues as to what they were after, though. The longer Kano kept tailing these guys, the less it all made sense. Was it really such a good idea to keep this up? Someone's life was in danger, and they were just letting the kidnappers carry out their plan, whatever it was. The very first page of the Dick Diary spelled things loud and clear on that front. Dictum number 1.
Never lose sight of what you're supposed to protect. Ever.
That's fine, Point Dweller. That's how I expect most people do this anyway. Because, especially with visual novels. Right now, the single most important things was ensuring the hostage's safety. This was a situation where Tateno would have stuck to his guns for sure. Kano thought back to that day 3 years ago. Oh, are we gonna actually see Tateno? A burglar had hid himself inside a financial office and doused the place in gasoline. Kano had just been put on police box duty. Nobody is assigned to detective post right after graduating from the police academy. Detective positions can be quite hard to come by. Candidates are selected for detective training only after accumulating enough experience working at the local police box, a very small type of neighborhood station manned by only a handful of officers, or if Detective Tyrell Bad said so. I was ordered to the scene just because his box was down the street from the standoff. Several officers had surrounded the building, keeping close tabs on the situation. The suspect was shouting nonsense to the entrance on the first floor. Things were getting heated. A crowd of alarmed onlookers had started to form as well. Okay, this is either Tateno or Kano.
Step aside.
Actually, it's probably not him. What voice should I give to Tateno? Probably something that, I know, I'll give him the Will voice, because it's probably someone who Kano really respects, right? So, someone even deeper.
Step aside.
A voice said suddenly from amidst the throng. A middle-aged man in a rumpled business suit had approached Kano as he hovered nervously on the edge of the scene.
I'm sorry, sir.
Kano said.
You have to stay back for your own safety.
He attempted to usher the man back into the crowd. A no-nonsense look cut across the newcomer's face. He spoke in a low voice. Yep, that's him.
I'm Detective Tateno from the Shibuya precinct. What's the situation?
Oh, sir, I'm so sorry. Yes, of course.
Kano stammered, then quickly explained.
He hasn't taken anyone hostage, but there are still people on the upper floors of the building.
Giving only a slight nod, Tateno marched straight to the building. The plastic container of gasoline the suspect had used was on the ground out front. Tateno picked it up and dumped the remaining contents out over his head. Oh my god. He's nuts. Kano was at a loss for words. He couldn't believe what he was seeing.
I've covered myself in gasoline too.
Tateno called out from the entryway. The tension in the air ratcheted itself up several notches.
Hey! What the hell do you think you're doing?
Kano heard the burglar shouting from inside.
If you're gonna do it, do it.
Tateno called out.
We can die together.
And he walked into the building. All Kano could do was watch things unfold through the plate glass window. Tateno was talking to the burglar, but Kano couldn't make out the words. The crook was clutching a lighter, his hand trembling. His expression was like that of a frightened child. Hold on. Jeez. Tateno slowly approached him, took firm hold of his shaking hand. The onlookers erupted into cheers and applause. Tateno handed the now docile suspect over to the detectives, then wearily sat down against the planter out front. It was like something ripped straight out of a police drama.
That was amazing.
Kano breathed.
You have to deal with guys like that as quickly as you can. You let a situation like this get even a little out of hand, you never know how things might go south on you.
Toteno spoke quietly, almost as if he were talking to himself. As the police evacuated the rest of the building, Kano noticed that there were children and elderly people among them. If the Perfect managed to set the fire, there was no way they would have escaped in time.
But I mean, what if he'd actually set the place on fire?
If someone's willing to risk their life, you're not going to convince them of anything unless you do the same.
Kano still remembered the awe he felt at Toteno's matter-of-fact tone. Kano hadn't become a police officer out of any real sense of duty. He just thought it would make Rumi happy if he became a detective like her father. Besides, civil servants tended to stay afloat in times of recession, and his time playing rugby meant he was in a good physical shape for the job. Oh, I bet that's gonna come into play. He'd never really thought too much about protecting the citizenry or keeping the peace. But now here he was in the presence of a detective who literally risked his life in the line of duty without a second thought.
A police officer never loses sight of what he's supposed to protect. Ever.
Getting back to his feet, Toteno tugged off his gasoline-drenched coat and walked away. Kano wrote the words in a notebook he just purchased with really incredible calligraphy. Thus, the Dick Diary was born. Thinking back on the way Toteno had put his life on the line to rescue a bunch of strangers made Kano feel all the more raw about just tailing these syndicate members. Letting the crooks just wander around wasn't going to bring Miss Maria Osawa to safety. Of that, Kano was now certain.
Never lose sight of what you're supposed to protect. Ever.
He uttered the fundamental dictum out loud. Uh-oh. Yeah, this is probably a bad end. Hell, hey, we got a bit of backstory out of it. Well, you've lost sight of it completely. A voice said out of nowhere.
What?
Kano spun around. Oh, who's that? Oh, Shizuo. Oh. Damn!
Well, you've lost sight of it completely.
Oh no! Ruby was with him.
Sir?
Kano stuttered.
Weren't you supposed to be waiting at the cafe for...
There was some lowlife there, so we left.
Well, I know what to do with him. Okay, yeah. We better not let Achi go to the cafe. Rumi's dad looked plenty mean under ordinary circumstances. Right now, he looked like a man possessed.
Oh, I beg your pardon. I'm still on duty at the moment.
I'm going back home.
Shizuo huffed.
You're not marrying my daughter.
He turned to walk away.
No, please, just wait!
I'm done waiting. Now I'm going home.
Please, don't do this. Just hear me out.
I've heard all I need to hear from you. Rumi, we're leaving.
Dad, please!
Goodbye.
Seizing his daughter by the hand, Shizuo stormed off without another word, dragging her behind. Shinya! She called out over her shoulder.
Rumi.
She was gone. Rumi was gone. Kano desperately wanted to go after her, but he hesitated in agony of indecision.
I can't turn my back on my responsibilities. I'm a detective. My work has to be my first priority. Going after Rumi isn't what a good detective would do. Oh, Detective Toteno,
What should I do? Tateno,
Oh wow, is it not a bad end? Still, the dictum echoed in his mind.
Never lose sight of what you're supposed to protect. Ever.
Never lose sight of what you're supposed to protect.
Never lose sight of what you're supposed to protect.
Bad end? Oh yeah, it's a bad end. Okay. This is a very involved bad end. 6 months later. Kano made his way through a small corner of a vast field in the Nagano countryside. Slowly and leisurely, he tilled the soil. He became a farmer! He'd surprised himself with his own newfound enthusiasm for organic farming, learning more from Shizuo day after day. He got married after all! His father-in-law had taught him the ways of farming from the ground up, and while things had been rocky between them at first, their friendship was now growing strong. Nice pun. Pausing to wipe his brow, he smiled at the acreage around him. He looked forward to tending the crops he'd sown until harvest came around. Imagine the work they had to do just to get this one shot. Like, they literally had to go out to a farm with the actor, like have him stand around here with 2 carrots. All for this one ridiculous bad end. That probably like took a day to fucking do. Unless this is green screened, but yeah, which it might be. If he'd stayed on as a detective, he might well never have known the joy he now found in his work. And this wasn't the oh my god! Oh my god! Oh, that's a funny way to put it. And this wasn't the only seed Kano had planted. By the time harvest season came around, the new life growing within his dear Rumi's belly would be ready to celebrate it with them. This isn't a very bad end at all. Bad end? We got married. That's not a bad end at all. Okay, yep, okay, so this is the right track. Anyway, yeah. Kano went after Rumi and Shizuo, proving his devotion and earning her hand in marriage. Now he's a farmer in Nagano, and crime in Tokyo is someone else's problem. But hang on a sec. Why were Rumi and Shizuo waiting at the cafe like they were supposed to be? Well, there's no way for Kano to know how one man's bit of curiosity at that cafe led to this strange twist of fate. So it might be the reporter, or it might be Achi. Interesting, so that was all the right thing to do. Okay, yeah, it might be Minorikawa. Alright, let's check up on Achi. I can't believe those crazy choices I made. Actually were the correct thing to do. Okay, now let's see. Achi, you're up. Achi and Hitomi scampered through the back roads along Center Guy, white sneakers and pumps slapping on the pavement. Achi kept his eyes peeled, continually checking ahead and behind as they darted through the gaps between the buildings. Finally, they stopped in a narrow alley.
There's no way he'll find us here,
He said.
No one knows about this place.
He took another look around, then let out a sigh of relief. It seemed they'd managed to shake the gun for now. Back when Archie was with the SOS Brigade, the abbreviation for Studs of Shibuya. Oh my god. The name given to the group by Archie when he founded it. Originally just a bunch of like-minded young people hanging out together. It's since become known as a gang that picks fights around Shibuya. He had come through Center Guy practically every day. The gang had started out as little more than a group of local teens. They didn't do much in particular, just horsing around and killing time. What mattered was that they were having fun. Yeah, the SOS Brigade. But it wasn't long, for it wasn't all fun and games. Archie couldn't help but notice the slobs who were making a mess of Shibuya, dirtying it all up. He wasn't about to let them get away with it. Most frequently, it was folks who tossed cigarette butts on the street or plastered walls and graffiti. When they didn't respond to his more gentle warnings, he found a slightly more forceful way of getting his point across. SOS got a reputation. Street punks started to pick fights with its members. Those guys required a bit more force to handle. And when it came to the worst of the lot, the drug dealers, the muggers, the guys who tried to force themselves on women, it was a full-on battle, no holds barred. Before long, SOS had established itself as something of a vigilante corps. Soon it became known as one of the biggest gangs in Shibuya.
Let's lay low for a bit and see what happens,
Archie said. The alley where they hid was a dimly lit chasm, obscuring them from view. The only problem now was figuring out what to do next. They needed to find the blue van again, which meant figuring out the best way to get back to Tokonzaka without the man with the cane catching them once more. Archie? Hitomi whispered.
Huh?
I think I can handle myself from here. She got to her feet and gave Archie a deep bow.
Whoa!
Archie held up a hand.
We've been over this already. You're not gonna be okay. That guy had a gun.
If he let her go up against that assassin alone, he might as well be the one to pull the trigger himself. And thank you so much for everything you've done for me. Hitomi continued as if she hadn't heard him. She started to shuffle out of the alleyway.
Hey, what did I just say?
Really, Archie, I appreciate your concern, but I can't in good conscience put you in danger anymore.
But, I mean...
Archie tried to press the point, but Hitomi cut him off. There is no good reason for you to risk yourself to keep helping me. Her tone was resolute. B is not in Archie's character. Now, it's gotta be A. Still, Archie was determined to help her anyway. He refused to back down.
Look, I want to help people who are in trouble. What's so wrong about that?
Huh? He locked eyes with Hitomi, willing her to understand.
I'm not the most dependable guy, I know that. But still, I just...
Hitomi dropped her gaze, and Archie trailed off feeling like an idiot. Oh. Okay, that's still him, I think.
It's no use. I'm no use.
He hung his head with a sigh. Oh, what's going on? Just then, a bit of light shone at the alleyway from above. It looked like... Oh. Really? Interesting. Let's check out the building first. The Nokane building. Yep. The multi-tenant building has 7 floors, but decade-old urban legend tells of a mysterious 13th floor. A Diet sales demo is being held on one of the upper floors today. Oh my god! Let's go, someone.
It's time for drama.
Oh wait, did I actually do this correctly already? Oh yeah, I already got Tama really far. I actually didn't need to go back to her. Okay, never mind. No need to jump. Sorry, that was a misplaced jump I didn't need to do. The light illuminated Hitomi's face. We gonna get the real folk blues here? The real folk blues. I can't sing. Da 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 da. When Achi saw the look in her eyes, he reconsidered his decision. She was trying her hardest to hide it, but she was clearly terrified. No way was he letting her go back out there alone. Still, if he tried to insist, she would only refuse him again.
Hitomi? Humor me for a second here. Tell me, what's the proper way to dispose of a plastic bottle?
Oh, the cat is meowing so loudly. What's going on? Sorry, hold on. What are y'all doing? Yeah, my SO recently got one. Yeah. She stared at him in surprise. Well, first, you remove the cap and the wrapper. Then you rinse out the inside and crush it. Damn, wow, she knows a lot about recycling. I had no idea that. Achi let out the breath he'd been holding. I just put it in the recycling bin.
Okay, good.
Huh? I don't understand. What's good? Ooh, Cabadon.
You gave me the reason why I have to help you out. I super respect people who respect the environment. I'm one of those, whatchamacallits, an environmentalist.
Achi pointed at his mean, clean t-shirt. Hitomi hesitated. And what was your plan if I'd said the answer was to toss the plastic in with the trash?
Well then, I need to stick with you to help teach you. Environmental awareness begins with good education.
So, then you're gonna tag along with me regardless.
Look, I'm just super pumped to learn that you care so much about proper recycling.
Achi cracked a huge grin. Okay then.
Okay.
If you're really that sure about it, I guess I could use your help a little while longer. Hitomi flashed him a little smile.
Man, she's so cute. Ah!
Achi thought. Ooh, what's he doing? Then something else caught his eye.
Huh? What's that there?
It looked like something black was stuck to the top of her head. Oh, does she have a tracker on her? Archie, what are you staring at?
You got something stuck there.
What, on my head? Without thinking, Hitomi reached up and plucked it off. Oh god, a cockroach! Oh no, god! Oh my god. It was about 10 centimeters long. Its body a glistening black, spreading feelers and legs. It began to writhe and wriggle like a worm on a hook between Hitomi's slender fingers. Gah! Archie yelped. It's a cockroach! He jumped backward, but Hitomi didn't so much as flinch.
Sorry. That gave me a bit of a start.
He continued.
Guess it must have fallen from one of the windows up there.
Still, Hitomi did not move. Is she paralyzed with fright?
Hitomi?
She didn't appear to hear him.
Hello, Hitomi.
Oh, wow. It is the one Tama was chasing, I think. Yes. I forgot about that. With a muffled gurgle, Hitomi passed out on the spot, her body stiff as a mannequin.
What? Hitomi, are you okay? Hitomi! Hitomi! Hitomi!
Oh, they did it! They made the jump for me! I was gonna do that anyway! Oh my god! They did the freaking joke for me! Oh my god. Da 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 da. But no matter how loudly Achi called her name, Hitomi would not come to. Oh, this is a bad end. We gotta fix Tama's decision. Did she die of fright from a bug? Are we really continuing here? From that day onward, Achi devoted even more of his time and energy to collecting trash. It became his personal passion to see that the city was a clean one, devoid of cockroaches. That was the mandate he'd been handed. Or, if nothing else, his atonement. The bad. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! These are the most ridiculous bad ends ever. Hitomi passed out after a cockroach fell on her head from out of nowhere. Well, not out of nowhere exactly. Hitomi and Achi are right underneath the Nokane building, where they're selling
Burning Hammer!
a cat and a cockroach had been fighting it out on one of the upper floors. The cat was victorious, but if it had run away instead, things would have turned out differently down below. So fucking ridiculous. Okay, so we just have to actually go to Tama and just change your decision here. I hope that doesn't affect anything down the line. Okay, this is what, okay.
I snatch up the cardboard box and make a run for it! I made it. When I get back to the break room, Mr. Yanagashita is still holding Cherry's hands.
And he'll super tasty when you salt broil it too.
Thank you.
But tempura style is probably the best.
Thank you.
Well, Mr. Yanagashita's spirits have certainly turned around. Okay, got it. I hold out the big cardboard box.
Excellent. Thank you. You girls are the greatest.
Yanagashita shouts. His voice resounds with gratitude.
Hey, that's it. I just got an amazing idea. Why don't the three of us start our own company?
I'll pass.
I'll pass. Cheery and I responded in unison.
Man, you two shot that one down real quick. Oh, well, for today, let's just focus on selling burning hammer.
By the way, I ask, where is the burning hammer? There wasn't any in the storeroom, and I don't see any here either.
Oh, that's right. It's out back in the loading dock. We should probably go bring it in. Oh, and bring the anagachis with you too. The recycling guy's gonna be showing up soon. Come on, let's go!
Cheery and I follow Mr. Yanagashita out to the loading dock.
Okay, it's gonna be the same from here with Talma? Okay. Let's go back to the time. Oh, there was another choice here, interestingly. But we already made it all the way to 12:35 for Talma. Alright, now let's get back to Achi. Okay. Okay, we gotta go. Cabadon. Yeah. Okay. Yada yada ipso fatso. Okay. Okay, let's see. Help a little while longer. This is so cool. Okay, I think now we're getting to new stuff. Here we go. Yep, this is new. Okay. Sneaking out from the alley, Achi and Hitomi began to make their way along the side streets back towards Dogonzaka. It was a pretty big detour compared to taking the main thoroughfares, but that would be worth it if that meant they avoided the man with the cane. Achi looked over at Hitomi as she walked alongside him. Her face was solemn. You could feel the intensity of her worry for her sister. Okay, I think this is his rival here from the gang.
Oh, well. Look who's got himself a little cutie.
The sudden call startled him. He spun around. Oh, it's a different guy. It's a random thug, I think.
Yo, Mean Clean, over here.
Achi spotted a young man up ahead, sneering at him. Yep. At his side were two others. Oh, no, it is the gang. Okay. Achi recognized the lot. SOS. Hitomi let out a nervous squeak.
Achi?
Don't worry about them.
He led her onward, attempting to stride right past the trio.
Whoa, hey now.
You just gonna ignore me?
That's pretty damn rude. Especially coming from someone who used to be an old buddy.
The three toughs, I still can't believe that's a noun, moved to bar Archie's path.
Oh, she is hella fine. Come on. Ain't you gonna introduce us?
Hella fine, extremely attractive. The etymology of hella is somewhat unclear, but its meaning is undisputed. Very, a lot of, totally, and the like. Potential synonyms for hella fine include mighty fine, fine as hell, and bangin'.
Sorry, man.
Archie said.
I'm in a bit of a hurry here.
He gave them a tepid smile.
A big hurry, huh? Where to? Some love hotel in Mario Macho?
Too rich.
Another chimed in.
She a screamer, Archie? Archie!
God, what a fucking creepo. Take a stereotypical way to poke fun at a would-be amorous couple. Now take Archie's name. There you go. They burst out howling like a gang of monkeys. One of them cackled like a grinning idiot.
Archie! Archie! Archie!
I can't do that in a guy voice. God damn it. But then it would give the wrong effect if I did my own voice, so... whatever. Archie felt his anger boil. Let's see. I think that, see, the whole thing is we don't want the delinquents to be led into a cafe. And I could see both of these things going to a cafe. Like, you know, either they get into a brawl and, like, you get to chase. But I think they're going to follow him if he tries to leave. You know what? I'm going to see what happens if he fights them. But no, I don't think Katomi would like that. Let's see. Decisions. I'm gonna see what happens if we don't do it, because that's what I think Archie would do in this situation. He seems fairly level-headed. But there was too much at stake. He was just gonna have to suck it up and ignore them for the time being. Gritting his teeth, he tried to slip past them, but the largest of the three grabbed him by the collar. Yeah, no getting out of this.
You ran out, man.
Okay, it's not... Okay, so none of those are the leader.
He ran out, man. Susumu's the one who runs this town now. You got no right to keep acting like you're the boss of us.
He shoved Archie up against the wall.
Says who?
Archie asked.
Susumu? Say who now? Did Susumu say I've got no right to act like the boss? Bitch, please. Susumu ain't got time to worry about your sorry ass. Ha! Is that so?
Oh! He fights them anyway! Archie's fist flashed out, catching the man clean in the jaw. He dropped to the ground with a dull thud. What punch? Do 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 do. What punch? Do 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 do. Okay, I'm gonna stop there. Damn! Wow, I think he impressed Hitomi even more this way.
So, tell Susumu this. Everyone in Shibuya needs to just play nice and have fun.
Archie kept his tone light and jovial, but he eyed the two other toughs like a hawk eyeing its prey.
I'm like 3 power levels ahead of you guys. Don't even try.
Is he gonna be alright? Hitomi murmured. Yeah. I don't think she would have liked it if he just started the fight. She looked at the man Achi had laid out with some concern.
Oh, he'll be fine. It's Yakuza, nobody dies. If that's all it took to knock him out, he's got no right to act all badass.
Ooh, who's this talking? Someone new.
Hachi, I don't believe I had the pleasure.
Oh, that voice actually fits him. Okay. A taller man with an angry gleam in his eyes had appeared at the top steps nearby. He must have turned up during the commotion. He radiated a distinct aura of menace. A menacing aura.
That's me.
Achi replied.
And just who are you?
For once, it was someone he didn't recognize. Kiryu? Oh, God! Oh, no, you better run like hell. Shit. Yoji Kiryu used to run with a gang from Ikebukuro until a few months ago, known as the Killer Whale of Bukuro. Oh, God! Oh, no, he even has a fucking title! Oh, God, he's like the dragon of Dojima. Oh, shit. He answered any and all resistance with his fists. His crazy antics led to him being kicked out of the gang. However, lately, and he's been hanging out around Shibuya. Oh my God.
The name's Yoji Kiryu. I joined up with SOS after you left. Now I'm Suzumu's #2 guy.
The newcomer stared at Achi's face, sizing him up.
Our legendary founder. I've heard so much about you. The founder.
It had been a long time since anyone called him that. There had been a bunch of arguing over who would take charge of the new group that was forming to set things straight in Shibuya. At some point, folks had started hailing him as the force behind SOS. The founder. That was just something his buddies called him. He had never paid as much heed. Achi is like in Kiryu's position. It's like he left the group, but people just keep chasing after him because he became a legend. Shibuya was a place for fun, not hierarchies. At least in Achi's mind, that was how it ought to be.
Like how you busted up some mean old drug dealers. Rescued your pals from Yakuza bondage.
Here, bondage is used strictly in sense of captivity. Any other types of Yakuza bondage will not be featured in this game. Sorry if the tip link here got your hopes up.
You're a real hero.
Kiryu's tongue flicked from his mouth like a snake's. Hitomi shuddered. Achi couldn't blame her for being creeped out.
But that's all in the past now, isn't it?
Kiryu continued.
You went modestly on your way. It's up to us now. And we've helped SOS grow by leaps and bounds to help carry on your legacy, no matter who stands in our way.
That thought didn't help sit right with Achi. If aggressive expansion was the name of the game, the gang was losing touch with its roots. It wasn't about keeping Shibuya safe and fun anymore. So he's Achi's main boss.
Make SOS bigger, huh?
he said.
I'm guessing that was Susumu's call as well.
Kiryu didn't answer his question. His mouth merely twisted into a knowing sneer. Oh God.
In any event, I think these boys here need a little lesson in manners. The guillotine ought to do the trick.
A capital punishment device invented in 18th century France. The condemned is executed by decapitation by means of a heavy blade that descends from above. Named for physician Joseph Nance Guillotine, who had advocated its use to the National Assembly. Both King Louis XVI and Marie Antoinette were executed by guillotine. The other gang members started an alarm.
Whoa, hey, just calm down, man.
Please, anything but the guillotine.
Kiryu pointedly ignored their pleas.
Whoa, hey, what's the guillotine?
Achi asked. Kiryu smirked.
The guillotine is the guillotine. With me, Worms.
Without a glance back, Kiryu strolled away. His two underlings followed him unhappily. Achi wondered what lay in store for them. But right now, he had more important things to worry about.
Come on, let's go.
He took Hitomi by the hand and they were back on their way. That was an awesome scene. Oh! Hitomi perked up. That's me! Oh, that's her ringtone. She reached into her pocket and took out her cell phone. Huh? She stared at the screen with consternation.
What is it?
Achi asked. It's an email from Mr. Tanaka.
Who's Mr. Tanaka?
He works with my father. I'm not sure what I should do. Oh, the police. Achi remembered that the criminal had warned her against contacting her family or the police. She seemed reluctant to even open the message.
I'm sure it's fine to just read an email.
He said.
And besides, he's not the police and he's not your family.
That's true. Yeah, you're right. Hitomi scanned the message anxiously. It sounds like he's worried about me, she said.
Then does he know about the kidnapping?
Yes, I know my father trusts him. And he's always been so... Hitomi cut herself short. Still, it was clear to Achi that she and this Tanaka person had some sort of close relationship. I wonder if it's safe for me to let him know what the situation is.
I think it should be.
Achi told her.
I mean, the kidnappers aren't going to know you sent an email, right?
Wink, wink. Hitomi began typing out a response. Achi watched over her. Wild speculations running through his mind. There was no way a mild-mannered young lady like her could be dating one of her father's co-workers, was there? I seriously doubt. Oh, this is a jump. Should we do it? I don't think we should. Because we already did Osawa up to this point. I forget what the time was where we got Osawa up to. I think our latest is 12:35 with Tama. Let's see. Goddamn, I wish I could look at the chart right now. Interesting. Okay, so 12:20. Okay, so I actually should jump to Osawa then. Because that's where he was. Yeah. Yeah, I'll do it. Yeah, that unlocks his keep out. Yep, exactly. Here, take a look at this.
Huh.
Osawa could never have anticipated what he saw on the LCD screen. It was an email from Hitomi. Stifling an exclamation, he scanned the contents of the message. There's a man following me. He has a gun and I think he's trying to kill me. I'm safe at the moment, so try not to worry. Exactly, Mystery Theater. That is what they wanted to show him. Exactly. The kidnapper warned me. Told me not to contact my family or the police. Please keep this email a secret. Okay, I forgot what voice I gave Osawa.
But didn't Hitomi give the kidnapper the ransom?
I'll try an older Michelle. I think that's fine. Osawa said.
What could anyone have wanted with her now?
Tanaka shook his head, uncertain.
He wouldn't know any better than I would, I suppose. Do the police know about this? And if so, why haven't they said anything?
He felt himself start to tremble as he searched for answers in Tanaka's silent gaze.
Do you think this could be related to that other thing?
I doubt it. If it were, why would they go after Hitomi?
I suppose you're right, but...
Osawa was shaking outright by now. Tanaka laid a hand on his shoulder. First, just calm down, and let's think about what we know about the kidnapper. His composure helped Osawa keep himself under control. I really think so, Mystery Theater. She really should have told them about Achi so they don't mistake who Achi is as the bad guy. Yeah.
They've taken Maria,
The vice director continued quietly.
along with a ransom of 50 million yen. And now they're after Hitomi.
His gaze sharpened.
Sir, do you think this could be someone who holds a personal grudge against you? A grudge?
Osawa considered. He couldn't think of anyone who would have a reason to attack him. He'd been too caught up in virus research in his time in school to have formed any hostile rivalries. He didn't have any enemies that he knew of.
Maybe someone's jealous that I became head of a laboratory.
He suggested doubtfully. Yeah, that's the one way a scientist would be really well off if they were lab head. Like, which is, and even then, like, it depends on how big of a lab head you are. Like, seriously. He had held his position for years at this point. Why would that spur someone into kidnapping his daughter now? It's probably due to the virus. Oh, Tanaka is the old dude at the... I forget who Tanaka was exactly. Oh, no, that's the co-worker, not the police. Okay, I'm sorry, I got confused. So, I thought Tanaka was the policeman that he always talked to for a second. The creepy one. Okay.
Has anything happened recently?
Tanaka asked.
Anything strange since you got back from overseas?
Since I got back,
Osawa's heart skipped a beat and started pumping faster. The first thing that came to mind was the solicitation he got from the American lab. If he accepted the offer, it would put Okoshi Pharmaceutical in quite a bind. Possibly enough to warrant someone holding a grudge over it. But the only other person who knew about the potential transfer right now was his wife, Ai.
no,
Osawa said.
nothing. Not that I can think of.
He couldn't bring himself to discuss the transfer with Tanaka. He felt a surge of guilt for contemplating leaving his trusted assistant behind. Oh, wait, no. Tanaka was the lab assistant dude. God damn it. Oh, I'm sorry. There's so many characters. Ah, fuck berries. Okay. I'm so sorry, you guys. I'll get it eventually. Recognize, put a name to a face. Like, I know all the main characters and, like, the secondary, but, like, the tertiary ones, that's gonna take some time. I'm so sorry, you guys. Tanaka is the young lab assistant. Yep. Okay. Who has had 3 voices in this fucking section right here. So sorry. If he did make the move to America, he planned to recommend that Tanaka replace him as department director. Still, he didn't expect to make up for his abandonment.
Alright. I'll see what information I can find then.
Tanaka said. The kidnapper had forbidden any contact with either family or the police, but Tanaka was outside of that circle, and he knew how to handle himself with discretion.
I'm sorry to have put this on you,
Osawa said.
and thank you.
And now let's see if we can get Tommy to exchange some more emails.
An uncomfortable thought suddenly occurred to Osawa. He blurted out without thinking.
Why do you have my daughter's contact information on your phone?
Tanaka gave him a worried look.
Sir, I promise I can explain once this is all over.
Are they dating? Oh god, I hope not. I really like her with Achi. And with that, he stepped out of the bathroom. Something in the tone of his final words left Osawa to wonder. Could it be that Tanaka and Tomi were dating? I mean, since that's his first assumption, probably not. But, you know, Umineko has taught me how to think differently about first assumptions. He hoped dearly for that not to be the case. Their age difference, yeah, how... Oh, wow. Oh, God. Holy snap. Damn. Tanaka is looking really young for 40. That's only 4 years older than me. Lamore Tanaka is 40 years old. Hitomi is 19. This makes them just over twice her age. This does not necessarily mean, however, that they could not date or fall for each other. Many couples with such an age difference between them wind up in a happy committed relationship. Let alone so many other considerations. Trying to put aside his paranoia, Osawa resumed to struggle with the clog in the toilet. Most toilet clogs are caused by a buildup of flushable paper products, or by solid objects inadvertently dropped into the toilet bowl. Oh my god! But shockingly enough, on very rare occasions, the can be caused by someone taking a jump that happens to be that big that it gets stuck in the pipe. Apologies to anyone who might be eating right now. Oh goodness. Oh god! It's okay, that's Kajiwara is the creepy dude. Okay. Oh goodness. Kajiwara reappeared, still toting the bucket. You seem to be having a lot of trouble there, sir. He made it sound like the whole mess was Osawa's fault.
Of course I am. I've never had to do this before.
Really? I think the research you do would be a lot more difficult than this. Damn, he is fucking terrifying.
Fixing toilets gives me far more trouble, I'd say.
So it would seem. Kajiwara stood watching, as if Osawa's efforts made an interesting show. I don't know the first thing about viruses, sir. But I don't find unclogging toilets to be that difficult.
Oh yeah?
Osawa snapped.
And how about you fix the damn thing?
Kajiwara really was a world-class pro at pissing people off. Are you sure you don't mind? The detective asked.
Be my goddamn guest.
Osawa shoved the plunger into Kajiwara's hand. Leaving the detective to handle the toilet, Osawa marched back to his study. He turned on the CD player and lay back on the sofa, squeezing his eyes shut. He was seriously on edge. Oh, it's the title screen music, but it's super soft. Kajiwara had totally broken his stride.
What now?
The door to the study suddenly slid open. Slid slowly open. It's Detective Kajiwara, sir.
Please don't come in here without asking.
My apologies, Mr. Osawa. I just wanted to inform you that the toilet has been fixed.
Right. Fine.
Osawa hardly cared. He just wanted the guy to give him a little peace. Why are his hands wet? What the fuck was he doing? Is he gonna fucking kill him? Oh my. Is that really all you have to say, sir? Nary a compliment or encouraging word. Maybe a good job, Kajiwara, or you're getting a promotion, detective. He's not in charge of your promotion. And no one would promote you for unclogging a toilet. This guy is fucking terrifying. Osawa blew out his breath in exasperation.
How? How are you a detective?
He was cleaning the toilet, but he was using a plunger. Why would his hands be wet? Why would the gloves get wet unless he was like going so all in that he was splashing it that hard that his hands would get like covered in so much water from the toilet? Like, damn. I'm not sure I get your meaning, sir.
You were completely clueless. I'd like to ask your superiors to replace you with a detective who knows how to take the job seriously.
Mr. Osawa, with all due respect, it's unusual for a precinct detective like me to be stationed here at a victim's home. Well, look at all the camera angles like he's been showing at. They're like, look at the, they were freaking making him look like a fucking vampire and shit with all the camera angles. And like in the dark lighting and shit like last time. And whoa, what the fuck is going on there with the, like the arrow key escape guy? I just see that. The mean clean dude. Arrow, 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 escape, arrow, escape, escape, arrow. What the fuck is that on the side?
What's your point?
Not to brag, sir, but I happen to be an exceptional detective. Kajiwara beamed with pride. In fact, I made an excellent showing in the Superstar Detective contest we had on our police social media service. An online platform whose primary feature is allowing people to connect with one another. The police-exclusive social media network that Kajiwara belongs to, Poxy, is very strictly regulated, with any abusive language, slanderous, sexual content, or lame jokes deleted almost immediately. Really? I'll try pressing those buttons. Arrow, 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 escape, escape, arrow. I think we unlocked some kind of secret. Kajiwara looked across the interrogation room table at the robbery suspect who sat opposite. Please, the detective said. All I ask is that you tell me what you know.
What's in it for me if I do?
The suspect leaned back in his seat and crossed his arms, a smug look on his face. A casual observer glancing in the door would have had trouble deciding who was interrogating whom. A less experienced detective would probably have blown a fuse.
What's in it for you, huh?
Oh, that was Kajiwara. What's in it for you? Huh? Kajiwara remained as detached as ever. Over the years of interrogation practice, he developed a laid-back, low-pressure style. Well, if you don't give... Oh, that's... me anything, I'm just going to have to keep talking. By now, their back and forth had been going on for some time. Kajiwara stole a glance at his wristwatch. It was after 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I know you didn't have lunch, so I bet you're hungry. Here, eat up. The detective produced a deep-fried curry bun from his pocket. The man eyed it dubiously. Would you prefer a banana? Asked Kajiwara. The man cracked a faint smile as he dissected the curry bun.
You're sure it's okay doing this?
Why wouldn't it be?
Isn't this an under-table bribe to get me incriminate myself? What if I testify in court that I was coerced into giving a confession?
Then I'll bill you for the curry bun. With tax, it comes at 280 yen. The suspect was taken aback.
280 yen? Isn't that kind of expensive?
They're handmade from my favorite bakery. Waited in line myself to buy them this morning. Kajiwara took another curry bun from his pocket for himself. The two ate in silence, a temporary cessation of hostilities. Need something to drink. The detective produced a carton of milk from his pocket.
I hate milk. Gives me indigestion.
I see. Kajiwara reached back into his pocket, this time pulling out a cup.
Whoa, hey, hold up.
The man's expression turned quizzical.
What is this?
It's a vessel you use for drinking beverages.
No, I know what a cup is.
Kajiwara pulled a teapot out of his pocket. It was filled with scalding hot black tea. This shouldn't upset your stomach. Go on, have a cup.
Seriously, hold on.
Oh, are you not familiar with black tea either?
No, that's not it.
The man slammed his hands on the table and glared back at Kajiwara.
What the hell is with your pockets? How much stuff do you have packed in there?
How much? Shall we see? Kajiwara reached a hand into a pocket. He proceeded to pull out a comb, a handheld video game, some rice crackers, a screwdriver, a folding umbrella, a set of Tama plush. It's like an infinite pocket dimension right in there.
Wait.
The man waved his arms in agitation.
How in the heck do you have so much stuff in there?
It's quite convenient, really.
That's not the point!
The man shouted. The interrogation room door opened. And another policeman stuck his head in. Detective Kajiwara, may I have a moment? From the look on the other officer's face, Kajiwara surmised at once what was going on. There was a new case. He stepped out of the briefing room and his colleague explained the situation. We've received a tip-off that a wanted individual has checked into a Shibuya Central Hospital under assumed name. Leaving the robbery suspect to another detective, Kajiwara prepared to head to the scene. When he got to the motor pool, however, he found that all the squad cars had been taken out. Without much other choice, he hopped on a bicycle. He took a rotating police light from his pocket and set it in the bike's basket. Then he pedaled away at top speed. Upon arriving at the hospital, Kajiwara hurried into the lobby. He scanned the area, looking for the suspect. The individual in question was 180 centimeters tall, weighed 90 kilos, and had a big scar near one eye. Kajiwara recalled hearing that he was a former rugby player. I wonder if Kano knows him. Oh, yeah, there we go. His colleague, Detective Kano, had been a rugby player too, from what Kajiwara had seen. Most rugby players were quite physically capable. Hello, Mirage. Welcome to the stream. The arrest would require some finesse. Aha! The detective nearly voiced his surprise out loud. A large, structured man was sitting on one of the sofas in the lobby. Surely Kajiwara couldn't have gotten so lucky right off the bat. He quietly approached and peered at the man's face. The fellow had a big scar near his eye. There was no doubt about it. This was the wanted man. Excuse me, Kajiwara said calmly. The suspect started, then lunged forward and gave him a powerful shove. I have no idea what the rules of rugby are. I just, from what little I've seen, it looks like football with less padding, which just seems absolutely nuts. The man was even stronger than Kajiwara had imagined. The detective went sprawling onto the lobby floor. Oh my god. The man took off running. He was remarkably quick from someone who's supposed to be sick. Oh god damn it. Once he'd made it outside, he snatched Kajiwara's bicycle and zoomed away. Damn it. The detective pulled his skateboard from his pocket and then went after him. He has a freaking interdimensional pocket. If you need something stored, just put it in his pocket. The culprit took a look back over his shoulder. His jaw dropped in astonishment. He sped into a nearby parking garage. Evidently, he had some sort of remote control because a shutter dropped down to close the entrance behind him. What the heck? What, taking a chainsaw from his pocket? Kajiwara cut through the steel shutter like it was paper. Dude, this guy's fucking insane. Is he gonna be revealed to be like some kind of interdimensional being or some shit? Like, seriously. If anybody is magic in this story, it's fucking him. Okay. So this is letting us know that there's a lot more to Kajiwara than meets the eye. Yeah. When he stepped inside, he saw that the suspect was taking the elevator to the rooftop. By the time Kajiwara reached the rooftop himself, the man had hopped over the guard fence and left to the building next door. The crook grinned at him, his face flushed with triumph. There was a good 6-meter gap between the two buildings. Kajiwara would never be able to make that jump. Aha, I've got just the thing. Are you fucking Inspector Gadget or some shit, man? Like, seriously. From his pocket, the detective pulled a long rope with a grappling hook on one end. Hurling the hook with all his strength, he hooked it onto the fence of the adjoining building. Yeah! Unleashing a battle cry, the detective jumped and swung to the next building. The suspect was dumbstruck as Kajiwara stood before him. I think that's enough of this little game of tag, Kajiwara said. But there was still a glint of defiance in the criminal's eyes. He crouched low, shoulders hunched and arms at the ready. He looked like he was going to launch into a rugby tackle. Kajiwara couldn't stand up to a head-on charge from someone that big. He might well go careening over the edge of the roof to splatter on the concrete far below. Should she dodge aside then? No, if this guy's a rugby player, that would be no easy feat. The culprit stared him down, then began to rush forward. Dodging wasn't an option. Neither was bearing the brunt of the impact. Which left only one thing. Aha! Kajiwara pulled a hose from his pocket! Yeah, okay, this guy's some sort of magical being, clearly. It was the kind used by fire engines. 15 millimeter in diameter. Okay, I knew they were saying that something is, like, off about this guy. Like, seriously. Take this. Just before the criminal could land the tackle, the limp hose suddenly plumped up. A massive torrent of water gushed forth. The burly man was blasted backward as if he were an empty paper bag. There's more where that came from. Kajiwara continued to unload water at the man, battering him into unconsciousness. Then he looked down at the culprit, lying there on the rooftop, and quietly shook his head. If you hadn't tried to resist, none of this would have been necessary. Kajiwara himself was drenched head to toe with water. You know they love making fucking references, OA. He reached into his pocket for his handkerchief. His hand stopped. Kajiwara sighed and shook his head. Of all days to forget his handkerchief. Oh my god, what the actual fuck? Finn. Bonus content, special episode added to bonus content. Oh my god. For a moment, Osawa thought the bolt of incredulous anger that shot through him was the onset of a stroke. How could a single person be so utterly infuriating? And you can't tell anyone about this. Kajiwara went on obliviously. But this summer a new detective manga is starting up based on me. I wouldn't doubt it. Plan for serialization at the MPD's monthly PR magazine. The chapter titles has already been decided. Chapter 1, The Fabled Detective Kaji. Chapter 2, Kaji Howls at the Sun. Chapter 3, Kaji Rides the Rails. Chapter 4, Kaji at Daybreak. Chapter 5, Detective Kajak. Chapter 6, Kaji Queen of the Street. Chapter 7, Look Out Kaji. Chapter 8, Kaji on the Edge. Chapter 9, Dance Kaji Dance. Chapter 10, Space Detective Kaji. Oh my god. Osawa spat out a peel. Like, all these new words. Jeez. I've never heard this terminology before. A peel? P-E-A-L? Of feigned laughter?
A manga.
I can tell you all about the plot, sir. Would you like to hear about it?
I would not.
Oh my god, he's just gonna say it anyway. It's about a telecommuting detective who solves major crimes just using his wits and his computer. Surely you'd like to hear about that, sir.
I really wouldn't.
I know I may not look it, but I'm pretty handy with computers. Kajiwara's eyes drift over to Osawa's desktop. Oh my god, his hand is still wet. His hand darted toward the mouse. In a matter of moments, he cleared the screensaver and booted up a web browser. Osawa, you're using a computer that's old enough to have a screensaver? Damn. I mean, that's not exactly an impressive feat. Oh wow, you can open up freaking Firefox.
Hey,
Osawa barked,
don't touch that.
but he was too late to stop the detective. The monitor showed the page for AyaNet, a fan page devoted to Aya Kamiki. Osawa's imminent rage stroke was gonna get him to make his vision grow fuzzy. This is gonna be a bad end. Osawa's gonna literally die from anger at Kajiwara. You come to this site regularly, sir.
Regularly? Well, I'm not sure I'd,
Osawa trailed off. feeling the heat of a blush flare at his cheeks. Oh my god! They're really going all in with the freaking yaoi for these two. There's a lot of stuff on this site. Is there a section you primarily spend time on?
Well, I mean, for my part, I really only go to fan forums for folks 40 and over.
Aha! With a twinkle of curiosity in his eyes, Kajiwara appeared at the computer screen. Having his privacy invaded to this degree was the ultimate disgrace.
All right.
Osawa huffed.
You're an amazing detective, Kajiwara. Just incredible. I see you in a new light now. Now would you please?
Let's see, I don't think I want to have him leave the study.
Get the hell out of my room.
Tried to usher Kajiwara back out the door. All right, sir, the detective said. All right, I understand. I'll leave. But before that... Kajiwara slipped his hand into his pocket. I don't need a damn banana. Oh, it's his saying that.
I don't need a damn banana.
It's not that, Mr. Osawa. I have something I think may be important to you. He held out a small plastic bag. Inside was a scrap paper of some sort.
What's that?
Osawa asked.
This is what was clogging the...
Yes. Oh, this is what was clogging the toilets. I was mixing up their voices, jeez. Is it like a ticket to a concert? Damn, how did that clog the toilet? And how did it not, like, dry up? I mean, not dry up. I mean, like rip up to shreds in the water. With some hesitation, Osawa took hold of the bag.
Oh, that's...
Oh, it's a plane ticket. But still. The passenger name here is listed as Kenji Osawa. In the plastic bag was a plane ticket. Specifically the one for his upcoming flight to the US the following week. He'd left it out on his desk. How did it wind up getting flushed down the toilet? That's weird. This looks like it's pretty important, sir, Kajiwara said. I must say it was pretty careless of you to accidentally flush it. A wry sort of smile came to his face. Although, the detective added, I suppose the question of who flushed it is another matter entirely. Osawa was at a loss for words. Someone had tried to flush his plane ticket on purpose. He was sure of it. He knocked on the door to Ai's room, but there was no response. Yeah, that's the only person I could really suspect here. It didn't look like she'd gone back home yet. Osawa let himself in. They don't even sleep in the same room? Jeez. The stinging scent of her perfume pervaded the room, which was decorated all in white. Clothes were strewn all about, as if to put her slovenliness on display. She'd been like this ever since they'd gotten married, and Osawa had long since stopped caring. It must have been I who tried to flush the ticket. He knew she didn't want him going to America, but still, couldn't she have found a better way to get rid of it? I'm like, what's the point in flushing a plane ticket anyway? Like, he could just, all you need is your ID. Oh, wait, you said the same thing. Like, there's literally no, like, the ticket, like, the purpose of tickets now is just for show. Honestly, it's archaic. Like, there's no reason to print out a plane ticket. Thanks to her, he'd been stuck hunched over the damn toilet fighting with the plunger. Osawa sat down on the bed amidst the brand name clothing. Then he spotted something odd down by his feet. Yeah, she's probably a bad guy. It was a gold cigarette lighter. Just when had I picked up smoking? Yeah, she's cheating on him too or something. Yeah, the marriage has got to be like a sham. Osawa picked up the lighter and set it on the shelf next to the bed. It would have been, you know what she should have flushed? His fucking passport. Then he definitely wouldn't have been able to leave. Jeez. Flushing the plane ticket would make no sense, though. And flushing the passport would be a lot more likely to clog the toilet, too. He started out of the room, but then he noticed a scrapbook on the bookshelf. Well, it is an international flight to America. The rest of the shelf was full of fashion magazines. So the scrapbook definitely drew his eye. Curious, he took down and opened it. God damn it, Kajiwara! Suddenly, Kajiwara came barging into the room.
Mr. Osawa, he cried out. It's your wife. She's gone completely hysterical.
She's what?
Please follow me.
Kajiwara led Osawa to the cafe where I had gone. The cafe! It's all the cafe again! It was her making the ruckus at the cafe. I thought it was Hachi. The instant he opened the door, Osawa's ears were assaulted by a veritable whirlwind of verbal fury.
What the hell are you doing? Hurry up and arrest this man!
The grating, histrionic voice was none other than I's. Such a vocabulary.
Ma'am, please.
Begged the officer she was verbally assaulting.
I just need you to come with me for a while so I can ask you a few questions about the situation.
The officer looked nearly on the verge of tears. A strange man, not to be outdone by eyes shouting, added his own voice to the chorus.
Hurry up and find that listening device. She's got one on her, I'm sure of it.
Oh.
Oh, shut up. Please, please shut up.
He'd only just stepped in through the door and already Osawa wanted to run away. The cafe was almost deserted. Probably the rest of the clientele had been driven off. A few customers remained rooting to their seats, apparently afraid of getting caught up in the mayhem themselves.
How dare you call yourself a police officer?
I harped.
This is dereliction of duty is what it is.
Ma'am, please.
My god, her name should be fucking Karen instead of I. The officer was in tears now.
To think that good taxpayer money pays your salary.
Ma'am, please.
Recording
Recording a conversation without consent is a pretty serious crime.
The other man railed.
No, not cracking down on that. That's dereliction of duty.
Sir, please.
You know what? Fine. I'll find the bug myself. Sir, please!
The policeman exclaimed again as the van advanced toward I, holding out some kind of electronic device. I recoiled.
Stop that at once. Don't you dare touch my belongings.
Haha! See you, silly nut.
Oh my god.
Alright.
Oh, that was Kajiwara.
All right.
Kajiwara imposed himself between I and the strange man.
Oh, not you.
Yeah, that's a good way to speak to your husband. I groaned.
Why don't you mind your own business and get the hell out of here?
Yeah!
The man agreed.
Mind your own business.
Oh, don't you mind me.
Kajiwara replied.
Ma'am, your husband is here.
He gestured at Osawa.
Oh,
Oh my god. Osawa hadn't expected to be put on the spot. He stood frozen, speechless.
No, what?
I snarled.
What do you want?
nothing in particular. I just,
Osawa began to back away on reflex, but I closed in on him.
This is how it always is with you.
She shrieked.
You never care one whit what I do you?
It was Minorikawa! He looks completely different. Oh god. I didn't realize that was him. Is he in disguise or some shit? It's like, do I know him? Oh god damn it.
And you know what? That's fine. You wouldn't care to show a little concern when I'm under attack like this.
you're her husband? Sorry. I just disguising my voice. For justice.
The strange man demanded.
Look, someone's planted a bug on your wife.
Well, we know what to do to get Minorikawa. Not to go here. I thought it was gonna be Achi.
Could she be caught up in something? Something big? Tell me! Why?
Hello, Eblis. Welcome to the stream.
Why are they all coming on me now?
Sir, please.
The officer too turned to Osawa.
We just want to hear your wife's side of the story. I'm afraid I'll have to ask you all to come me back to the station.
Osawa felt like he was standing in the eye of a hurricane that was whirling faster and faster.
Are you even listening?
Hey! You hearing us all right, man?
Everybody, please.
Osawa simply stood, paralyzed, and stared as the storm of fury raged on and on. But no matter how hard he wished for some escape, the storm showed no signs of passing him by.
I want to go home. I never should have come here. Why? Why did any of this have to happen?
Because Minorikawa went to the cafe. I grew overboard. Osawa walked into the middle of an argument between his wife and some weirdo at the cafe. The fight kept escalating until everyone involved got an invite down to the police station. It's doubtful that anything Osawa could have said would have stopped I from leaving the house in a huff. So the guy who's arguing with me to change what he does. Yeah. Okay. I thought it was going to be Ashi, the one that caused the ruckus. I want to see how far we got with him because, yeah, 12:45. We've gotten pretty goddamn far with him. And we haven't even started Minorikawa's side of the story there. Alright, yeah, so to get rid of Kano's bad end, we need to... We need to do Minorikawa, but let's get back to Achi. Because I think we'll start the next one with Minorikawa. Hitomi began typing out a response. Achi watched over her, wild speculations running through his mind. There was no way a mild-mannered young lady like her could be dating one of her father's co-workers, was there? Unless she was all about finding herself a sugar daddy. No, he was being ridiculous. Achi banished the thought from his mind. Besides, Hitomi's personal life wasn't the problem right now. The problem was that psycho with the cane and the gun. Is something wrong? Hitomi asked. She'd finished sending her email.
Oh no, nothing. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Nothing at all.
Achi did his best to look nonchalant. It was a good thing she couldn't read his mind. They exited Center Guy and resumed their approach toward Dogonzaka by way of Maruyamacho. There are many hotels in Maruyamacho. These are not ordinary establishments, but rather the sort of hotel where two people are so inclined might
Redacted.
A couple heading to this kind of place in the early afternoon would, without a doubt, be assumed to be bent on.
Redacted.
You might be wondering whether an option for these two to get optimistic will appear in a selection prompt. Well, don't get your hopes up. That isn't this kind of game. This game is not an eroge. Seriously, Eblis, yeah. Another long detour to decrease their odds of running into the gunman. They made an unlikely pair. Scruffy Achi limbs lackadaisically sticking to his side in embarrassment, and brisk, purposeful Hitomi. This music actually reminds me of Arc Knights. Like a BGM in Arc Knights. Achi found himself watching her out of the corner of his eye. He could still feel her anxiety. He wished there was some way he could ease her fears.
Hey, Hitomi. Mind if I ask you something?
Huh? Sure. Go ahead.
Okay, so like, I realize this might be kind of a weird question, but
He put on a serious face. Oh, wait, that's her. God damn it. Wait, no, wait, what? He's the one saying that? No, the real Kamurocho is called Kabuchiko, I think. Ablis. Are you... There's no way you don't know this, Achi.
what does the eco and eco-friendly mean?
Ecology. How could you not know this? Huh?
Like, I know it's about helping Earth and all, but I don't know what it really means, you know?
Ecology, you know, like the environment, environmentally friendly, it's like a shorthand. Hitomi thought for a moment. I'm pretty sure it's short for the English word ecology, which is the science of examining the relationship between man and nature. a subset of biology that deals with a reciprocal relationship between organisms and their environment. Nowadays, the term can also refer to cultural and social effects on the global environment. The latter usage can be broad and precise, making the exact meaning somewhat difficult to define.
Oh, right. Science! Science rules.
Pleased with himself, Achi chattered excitedly. A faint smile crept back onto Tomi's face.
Say, you ever hear about the clean river here in Shibuya?
A clean river? In Shibuya? Really? Ask 100 youngsters outside of Shibuya Station the same question, and you probably get that same answer 100 times.
Yeah, the Shibuya River. You know that drainage channel we saw earlier?
Wait, that? That's the clean river you're talking about. By no reasonable definition was the Shibuya River what anyone would call clean.
That's the one!
Ashi grinned at her confusion.
See, the river used to be clean a long time ago. I read about it in this old book called Science Strikes Back. It was a sequel to Science Wars.
A popular monthly magazine abbreviated SSB. A lot of people subscribe to this magazine in confusion because they think it's for some popular video game series. The series has been running for 29 years now, but the Strike Back appendix is still immensely popular with children. The woman who handles the house deliveries is known as the SSB lady. Children wait excitedly on the 25th of each month for her to make the rounds. I used to have that book! Hitomi chirped, her eyes white with excitement. Wide with excitement. You were talking about that book with the river that got turned into a song, right? Is that a Doctor Who reference? The famous 1912 song, Haru no Ogawa, the Spring Book, with lyrics by Tatsuyuki Takano and music by Teiichi Okano. It said that the song was inspired by the views of the upper course of the Shibuya River during Takano's childhood. In the modern day, there is a stone monument bearing the song's lyrics along the Odaku line between Yogi Hachiman and Sangubashi, inspiring him later to go into research of strange diseases.
Yeah, that's the one! You read it too?
I did! Achi felt a giddy rush at this unexpected connection they shared. Imagine if there was still a clean, beautiful river here in Shibuya! It'd be the perfect place for taking a romantic stroll! Hitomi looked up at Achi. She seemed to share his joy in this idea. Oh, that's him.
Imagine if there was still a clean, beautiful river in Shibuya. It'd be the perfect place for taking a romantic stroll. Wouldn't it be amazing?
Achi said.
If that dirty little channel could be clean like it used to be?
It would!
Maybe as amazing as the look on Hitomi's face right now.
Achi thought.
Hitomi, tell me some more ecology stuff. Hit me with whatever you've got.
She seemed happy to oblige. And so as they walked along, Hitomi explained the bits of knowledge he picked over the years. Bodging! Achi was quiet, hanging on her every word. Yay! Bodging! The return to Jokazaka became an impromptu environmentalism lecture. Hitomi continued until she'd exhausted her Reggie knowledge.
I just don't get it.
Achi grumbled when she paused at last.
I mean, why is it a bad thing if a planet gets warmer? Wouldn't that make winter in places like Hokkaido way easier?
Ashi, you call yourself an environmentalist. No, you see, because if the whole planet gets warmer, it'll cause the whole ecosystem to collapse. Ashi racked his brain.
And the ecosystem is what again?
Oh god, this is painful. Oh god, Achi, you're making me want to slam my head against the wall. Seriously.
Is that like a solar system?
Why? Why? Images of the cosmos filled his imagination. No. Not really. Hitomi said. Oh god, I'm gonna have a fucking aneurysm. Ugh.
So is it more like a sound system then?
Not really.
Oh,
God damn it, Achi. You're fucking it up! You're fucking up your own chance here.
oh, but anyway, you're saying the problems with the what was it again? Carbon
Dioxide.
Yeah, that's that stuff. I'm gonna have to cut down on that.
This game is literally physically hurting me now. God. Achi. Please. God. Sure.
That settles it.
Achi declared proudly.
No more soda from me.
Yes. I just took 15 points of psychic damage. Yes, I just did. Oh, God. Soda? Hitomi asked.
Yeah, it's carbonated, right?
God. Just stop. Just stop. Just stop. Stop. I'm begging you, just stop. Oh, God. Hitomi burst out laughing. You're such a dumbass.
What? I'm serious. You don't think I could do it?
I'm sorry. Oh my God. Hitomi said, catching her breath. It's just... Her face froze, her mirth abruptly vanishing.
Oh no.
Oh. She's saying that. Oh, no.
Huh?
Achi stared in her face in alarm.
What is it?
She probably sees something. Yep. Oh, thank God. Cane Man. I bet he has a sword inside that cane. Oh. This is Cane Man's theme. You know, if you didn't have a gun, you'd be a really easy boss. He turned his attention in the direction Tomy was looking. The man with the cane was bearing down at him. Thank you. Oh God, Cane Man. My brain couldn't take any more of that, so...
Oh, come on. You have got to be kidding me.
She's gotta have some kind of fucking tracker on her. He grabbed Tomy's hand and ran. Yeah, they had to have put some kind of tracker on her. How could he keep finding her? This time he headed for the main road, hoping to get lost in the crowd. Tomy struggled to keep up. She was exhausted after all their earlier running.
You can do it!
He told her.
The guy's got a cane. We can outrun him.
And like that's when the cane is revealed to have like transforming properties or some shit. And like turns into some kind of like, you know, pogo stick or something. And then could you imagine him like jumping on a pogo stick after them while still pointing the gun? I wouldn't put it past him after freaking Kajiwara. The assassin was still hurrying after them.
Once we get around the next corner, we'll still be out on the main road.
Yeah, okay. She strained to get the words out. Bit by bit, her feet were slowing down. It was another 50 meters or so to the main road. Achi realized that they might get caught before they got there.
Sorry, Tomy.
He exclaimed.
But I gotta do this!
He scooped her up in his arms. By the time the squeak had escaped her mouth, Achi was already running full out. Achi? Please put me down. Yeah, your movement speed is gonna be halved. Achi.
Don't worry, you're super light.
Damn, smooth operator. Wow. Achi glanced back and saw the assassin, now far behind, break off his pursuit. But just as they rounded the corner, he heard the man call out to him. Who is that then? Does Achi know who that is? Achi almost stopped on reflex.
Hold on. Did you just shout my name?
How the fuck does he know him?
How the heck does he know my name?
Quaking with unease, Achi slipped into the crowd. Achi? Could you please set me down now? A meek voice pulled him from his panic.
Huh?
He looked down at the girl in his arms. I bet people are staring at them. Yep. People in the crowd all around them were watching and chuckling. I mean, I'm really happy you saved me and all. But being cut around like this is, Hitomi was blushing beet red. Ah! But Audrey's expression had grown pale. Had he really heard that right? That is what it sounded like. He set Hitomi back on her feet, then used his shirt sleeve to wipe the sweat from his face. You okay? Hitomi asked.
When we were running just now, did that guy say anything?
Not that I heard, no. Huh. Had he just imagined it then? Maybe. Achi was sure he didn't recognize the man. Can you hear the cat purring? She's just... Jeez. I'm really happy right now. There's something weird about that guy, though. She furrowed her brow. Exactly. No matter where we run, he keeps catching up to us. It's almost like he knows where we're going. She was right. Finding a particular pair of people in a place as big as Shibuya bordered on the impossible. Exactly. And yet somehow, the assassin had tracked them down several times now.
Yeah,
Achi said.
it's like he's got some way of locating us or something.
He got a sudden idea. She's got to have some kind of... Yeah, as I said, she's got to have some kind of tracker on her.
That's it. What if they're doing the whole tracking thing, but like backwards?
What? Hitomi's eyes widened.
Okay, so you know how police shows always like a tracking device in the bag with the ransom money? Oh, like that, but backwards.
Yeah, not backwards, exactly. Okay, so backwards isn't the right way to describe this, but Achi doesn't realize that. He does seem to know what a tracking device is, at least. A radio transmitter that can be located by the signal it emits. The Japanese police sometimes refer to this as a beeper, not to be confused with the English slang term beeper, meaning a pager. Beepers are such a 90s thing. I can't believe that. I don't think hardly anyone here knows what a beeper is. Backwards? Backwards?
Yeah, like instead of putting the tracker on the money, they put it on you.
Yeah. Hitomi frowned. I don't see how I could possibly have a tracker on me, she said. I mean, I'm just wearing my clothes from home. Oh.
Huh. Well, then how is he doing it then?
Maybe he's tracking Achi. Maybe, okay, you know how in that one bad ending the dad was like super mysterious and evil-ish? Maybe someone, like he's an electronics dude. Maybe he put something on Achi. And for whatever reason, Achi is the one being tailed by that particular guy. Oh, goddammit, Barely a moment passed from the moment he got the words out of his mouth. Once again, the man with the cane stopped out on the road ahead of them. It really did seem as if he'd known exactly where they were going to be.
How the hell is this happening?
Hachi groaned. He reached for Tomi's waist, ready to pick her up again. It's okay, I can run by myself. Archie took her hand and said, and they raced into another alley.
This guy just will not give up.
At the far end of the alley, you could see a forklift parked beside a pile of cardboard boxes. Archie decided to... We going Shenmue? Let's Shenmue this bitch!
This ends now!
Archie leaped in the forklift and hit the ignition. The engine roared to life. He lowered the forks and stepped on the accelerator, picking up the pallet of cardboard boxes as he charged toward the man with the cane. Ooh, damn, they actually got him. The tower of boxes struck the man with a thud. Archie kept accelerating, driving back a good 10 meters or so. Cane Man's weakness. Oh my god! This is why the forklift is missing. This is why the cargo is missing from Tama's section. The gunman let out a low grunt from the impact. Take his gun if he's knocked out. Archie then hit the brake, shifted back into reverse, and hit the gas again, backing up as fast as he could. The boxes crashed down in a heap, burying the assassin underneath. Yeah, they're the Tamagotchis. I think I see the symbol on the side. Several small bottles spilled from the broken cardboard and shattered onto the pavement. Oh, it's the diet drink as well. Yeah, there it is.
Burning hammer!
Oh, and some random guard dude.
Hey, what the hell do you think you're doing?
A middle-aged man in a sanitation uniform and gun running at the sound of the forklift.
Sorry, man. Gotta run.
Archie exclaimed as he jumped in the vehicle.
And don't forget to recycle that glass!
He took his Omi's hand and sprinted away down the alleyway. If that's a security guard, he should have a gun as well, right? Oh no, it's a garbage sanitation worker. Okay. Sanitation worker glowered after him, then turned and gazed despondently at the jumbled pile of boxes of broken glass. The more I think about it, it's like Kano is like Edgeworth and Gumshoe fused into one person. Their ragged breathing echoed through the maze of side streets. All that work just to wind up fleeing for their lives again. Archie ground his teeth in frustration. Okay, yeah, we know. I know we haven't even started Minorikawa yet. I mean, so there are two main types of teeth grinding: the subconscious action of gritting one's teeth while asleep. Yeah, we definitely got to do him because he is key to everybody's story. Because of freaking I like being a Karen in the fucking coffee shop there. So is all related to stuff he said to her. Subconscious act of gritting one's teeth together while asleep, or number 2, gritting one's teeth together in response to anger or frustration. Here we have an example of 2. At roughly the same time, Minoru Minorikawa is grinding his teeth while trying to keep his schedule. Yeah, we can't, there's no way we can get to him right now.
Hitomi.
He groaned when they slowed down to catch their breath at last.
I'm so sorry.
Hitomi was nonplussed. Sorry? Whatever for?
I keep saying I'm gonna help you, but instead I just keep putting you in danger.
Are you kidding, man? That's not true. You're getting her out of danger. These kidnappers and shit are after her. Don't say that, man. You're too nice. Archie, no. If you hadn't been with me, I'm sure it'd already be
No!
Archie hurried to cut her off before she could finish.
Don't go there, please!
He sighed and spoke again more quietly.
I just want to help you.
Clenching a fist, he looked up at the sky. A tiny sliver of blue was visible through the narrow gap between the buildings. Hitomi hung her head. Honestly, I can hardly believe how much you've done for me. I do appreciate it, but still. The lengths you've gone to. Seriously, he has gone above and beyond, and he doesn't even know her. Archie looked to his feet, then drew himself up.
Well, I admit it's not just because of some gut instinct, or your love for the environment,
He said.
There's another reason I'm doing this.
Oh, what is it? There is? Archie paused, searching for the right words. Oh, that's new.
I got a little sister. Her name's Suzune. She's cute and smart. Kind of the exact opposite of me, you know?
His voice took on an uncharacteristic solemnity. Oh my god, wow.
But she's got a weak heart. So she's in the hospital.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. But what does that have to do with wanting to help me? Yeah, exactly.
Back when Suzune was first admitted, I'd go and visit her every day. But she...
Damn. She just did a freaking slide down the staircase.
Archie, you don't need to come visit me every day, you know?
Oh, that's right. I completely forgot about that, Eblis. The quiet hospital room made Suzune's voice sound all the more frail.
What are you talking about?
Archie said.
You know I'm worried about you.
I'll be fine on my own. Really?
Archie had heard that line before. The more she insisted she was fine, though, the more reluctant he was to leave her.
Besides, aren't you the amazing guy who needs help hold Shibuya together? They need you out there.
Archie didn't know how to respond to that. Much as it was flattering to think he just played some important role, he really was just hanging out and goofing off with his pals. It certainly wasn't anything for his sister to be proud of.
I'd rather you spent your energy helping people who need it, and more than me.
What do you mean? People who need the help more? Who could possibly need help right now more than you?
Archie scratched his head in confusion, and his sister gave him a weak, tiny smile.
You'll figure it out.
She said,
I'm sure they'll find you if soon enough.
"Oh, I see." She, gave him, a mission to help people.
But I'm gonna be here with you.
I'll be fine.
Suzune's face was pale, but her tone was firm.
My big brother's gonna be out there, doing his best to help people. That's what makes me happy. That's what keeps me going.
Her voice was clear and unwavering, as if to head off his rebuttal.
Alright.
I mean,
Alright.
Archie said with a reluctant sigh.
So then I guess, like, you'll just go out there and help people who are in trouble?
Satisfied, Suzune smiled.
Thank you. Can you promise me one more thing?
Of course. Anything you like.
He thumped himself on the chest.
If you're gonna help someone, make sure you see it all the way through the end. Okay?
Oh, wow. That's gonna really, like have him help team up with Kano. Damn, and Achi, can you imagine Achi and Kano, like, fighting together against the final boss? And then, like, Minorikawa has, like, some, like doing something from the distance to help them down. I was like, oh my god, could you even imagine that? That would be so badass.
Okay.
No calling it quits partway through. Yeah?
You got it.
I just worry.
Suzune said.
I need to have a tendency to lose interest in things.
Look, don't sweat it. I swear I won't give up on this.
Achi stuck out his pinky finger.
But I want you to promise me something in return. Promise me you won't let this thing beat you.
Suzune hooked her little finger around her brother's, her sad smile fragile as glass.
And so there you have it.
Achi said.
Kind of a rubbish story, I know. Not very funny.
So your sister's heart condition, it's pretty bad? Achi nodded.
You know, she called me amazing. There's nothing amazing about me. Suzune, she's the amazing one. She's been in the hospital so long, in so much pain. But she never complains. All I do is hang out and goof off with my friends.
He gave a shrug.
But I just kept thinking about how happy she'd be if I really did help people. It turned out that finding people in...
Oh, that's narration. It had turned out that finding people in need hadn't been all that simple. The only helpful thing Achi had been able to think of was going around picking up trash.
And that's why Suzune's idiot brother left the SOS. To be Shibuya's garbage man.
Oh my god! Did your friends know? Hitomi asked. About your sister.
I didn't tell them. I didn't want to pin this all on her being sick.
I see. At least now Hitomi understood what the fight with the local toughs had been about. I'm betting we're gonna be closed off very soon. The sound of approaching footsteps jerked them back to the present. Yep. The man with the cane appeared at the end of the alley. He raised his gun. There was no time to flee. Achi quickly stepped in front of Hitomi.
If you shoot us here, people are gonna come running.
He said.
I'm guessing you don't want to get pegged for murder?
The assassin didn't flinch. Yep.
Stay out of my way, Achi.
This time there was no doubt. The gunman had spoken Achi's name loud and clear.
How do you know who I am?
The man stared at him through the sights of his gun.
She has to die, Achi. It's for your own good.
Someone's blackmailing him. What? What does he mean? Hitomi whispered. Achi, what is he talking about? Achi's mind was a whirl. Things were coming at him too fast for him to process.
I don't know this guy. Hitomi, please, you have to believe me.
But... Oh no. Hitomi took a doubtful step away from Achi. The assassin didn't miss his opening. Oh no! He quickly aimed at her.
Cut the crap, man. What do you mean killing her is for my own good? Once she's dead, you'll understand.
What the fuck? The gunman's finger tightened on the trigger. Yep. We got locked out. That's our second lockout. Everything is hinging on Minorikawa now. Our two locks, yeah. And our two bad ends that we got left on. All hinging on Minorikawa. And with that, I'm gonna leave this off until Friday. We finally got a long episode of 428. I'm so happy. So sorry about before, guys, but I think my computer is also telling me I better update Windows 10 before it says my version is gonna be freaking outdated. I put it off for long enough, it seems. The computer's gonna keep yelling at me. So, and yeah, we've gone on for quite a long time. I'm so glad, finally. So, yep, Thursday some more Art Nellico, and Friday we get back here with Minorikawa. So until then, I will say, so long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, good night. You're all the sweetest of hearts. See you.